ਤੈਨੂੰ ਭੰਗ ਦੇ ਦਸ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਲਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਨਾਗ ਦੀ ਬੱਚੀ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਚੀ ਖਾ ਲੈਣਗੇ ਰੂਪ ਦੀਏ
Do you know ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦਾ Oh do you know ਤੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪਿੰਡ ਛੱਡਦਾ Oh do you know ਤੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਦਾ Do you know ਤੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਮੁਸਟੈਂਗ ਲੈ ਲਈ Do you know ਦੂਰ ਵੀ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਿੰਨਾ
गंगा है या मक्का है सदा सदा तक्का है क्या गंगा
जाने से कुछ नहीं होगा जॉन को घर लाने से कुछ नहीं होगा यूं महफिल सजाने से कुछ नहीं होगा जिंदगी में ढंग का काम ढूंढ ले जाना जिंदगी में ढंग का काम ढूंढ ले जाना
दो घड़ियां रोके चुप कर जो जिथे सारी दुनिया छड्डी तेरे दिल दी सर जाओ
Such people here who never had to sleep through a physics class, a humanities and commerce, shoot your hands up in the air.
ये जो शायरी मैं लिखता हूँ ये उसकी बेवफाई की कैद से खुद को रिहा कर तेरी मोहब्बत का मुजरिम बनने को लिखता हूँ ये जो मेरी शायरी में लिखता हूँ
Those lords and ladies in the worlds of a few that they cannot afford to offend, and I say lords but not friends because they would just formally exist for them to please a royal job. Beyond that, to tell those lords and ladies that they could be wrong is out of bounds.
People like you and me, we were not built to live in times of peace. Unfortunately, fortunate for us then, that this cannot be called one. See, we have fight etched in our genes, a need to change beliefs and force our existence on the world. Our stature may not intimidate, but to those in the know we terrify, because there's no cultivated polish, no code of conduct but our own to keep us in line. No, all we have is a reckless drive to push this to its limits and a hunger to be a part, to start something bigger than ourselves, to better a society that thinks only of itself and forgets the ones used as stepping stones to lever a culture to the position of so-called greatest in the world. When so many of my loved ones have lived since birth in a country constantly in a state of undeclared war, wars whose objectives we do not know, to further the rich, presumably, because no one else ever benefits. And so many have lost so much to this profit, and yet they continue to profit without compunction of the one sacrifice to keep that dream alive. We are the ones forgotten, but the dream built on our nightmares is a legacy we will uphold, because those are our dreams too, and we know them better than they do. But try as they might to break us down and use the rubble as a foundation to plant further subjugation, it will not bear fruit. Nations were built once by the young and angry. This isn't breaking the status quo, it's history repeating, and we will not stop until we are marked as victors. Surrender is not a policy, it is something to be fought in every veiled insult by the so-called high society. No fancy blood in us to distinguish, no wealth or inherited business. You and I, we may be crazy, and to anyone groomed for this life, we may seem deserving of condemnation, but in the end, they will be forced to take us seriously. You and I, we're the type of people who will drive progress. We're the force that upkeeps worlds. Here's the story you write, about boys whose eyes remind you of lost seas, under pale moonlight, untouched and untrespassed, and glittering with withheld knowledge. About girls with rosebud lips and the fury of a goddess clenched in her delicate fists, 5 foot nothing but still towering. Here's the autobiography you never penned, because you've written it into wool and wear it every winter like a coat, curl under it as a blanket, and dream of it all summer, of gasoline mouths that burn you down to ash, of the empty graveyard in your stomach with the stones already half carved, and of wishes whispered to your pillow that you are half afraid of coming true. I could tell you the percentage of stardust that formed the skeleton of your thoughts, or the way that scars are battle marks, or how broken down temples hold the most history. But I'll tell you this fable instead. One day a child was born. That child grew up to be human. They made mistakes, made friends, found love and lost it again. They lived and lived and lived. The end. Your boys and girls are humans. Do not make them gods. Your aching heart is human too. It won't fall apart. It'll keep beating. It'll survive. And you'll live and live and live till your sunset comes true.